All right, cool. Let's get this party started. It has been 2 whole weeks since we have done a team call because we had Memorial Day and then we had a little bit of a break because a few of us were on vacation. So I am super excited to see all your beautiful faces and settle back into a routine with everybody and get this party started with a fresh month and a new topic for our team call tonight. Before I dive into what we're going to speak on, I am super excited to announce that our elite ranking came out this past week. It always updates the second Friday of every month. And Team Living Healthy and Fit is currently 1198 out of 400,000 coaches. You guys, we're in the top 1,200 of 400,000 coaches in the network. I want you to let that sink in for a minute. That's pretty freaking amazing and a very small percentage of our network, right? Like we are in the top of the network. So I want you all to be proud of that because that is not just me. That is not just Kate. That is not just Michelle or Dawn or Amanda. That is all of us together working as a team to make that happen, to serve this mission forward and inspire and empower women all around us to create that impact. Being at the top of our company like that means we're serving a mission and creating a massive impact on those around us. That's pretty freaking awesome. And it makes me really, really excited. So if you haven't seen yet, the cutoff for the 2022 team retreat was on June 10th. And you may have noticed that I made the announcement over the weekend that I have actually pushed that back because here's the thing. I don't want to go on the retreat by myself. And I have this amazing feeling that all of you who have been leaning in the last few weeks, couple of months, are starting to create some momentum within your confidence, within your belief. And I know that that's only going to compound and explode come summit, right? So I have pushed the date back. I was able to work out just kind of rescheduling things with the homeowner that I booked the home with. And the new dates are going to be May 18th through May 21st of 2023, which means that opens up the door for 6.5 months to qualify to be on that team retreat with us. Okay, that's pretty exciting. That means that the momentum that you're creating now is going to compound and continue to build. And you guys, if you lean into that message thread that we have going right now, and you're leaning into those vital actions that I'm asking you to check in with on a weekly basis, it's inevitable that you are going to achieve the qualification to be on that team retreat. It is inevitable that you are going to build your confidence, grow your belief, and build your business to make a greater impact on those around you. But the longer we sit on it and we don't take the action, the more the self-doubt, the limiting beliefs, and the frustration will set in. Okay, it's that you just got to rip off the band-aid and you just have to do the damn things, right? You know what to do. What we do every single day is we show up and do our own journey, right? We take care of us first. We share that on social media and with our loved ones around us. And we invite our friends and family to do it with us. Like, it is not hard in the sense of the actions that we have to take, but we have to do them. And we have to do them consistently to inspire and help those around us, right? So check out those qualifications. It is very doable. You guys, you have 6.5 months to take huge strides towards your goals through the end of the year. Don't look back and say, I should have started 6.5 months ago. Draw the line in the sand and just start taking steps forward. And for those of you who are going to summit, it is going to be life changing. You are going to experience a fire that you don't even know exists once you are surrounded by all of those coaches and plugged into our community at that level. Okay. All right. So that's what I'm really excited for. I'm really excited that it's going to be a big group of us going to that North Carolina house, and we can all party and hang out together. And I'm also setting up, after participating in Meg's retreat just before we left for Florida. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to attend in person because it conflicted with us leaving to go on our family vacation that we already had planned. But Meg was gracious enough to make it virtual for those of us who were not there. And she had several good speakers and trainings. And so I am already starting to work on what that's going to look like for us, because while I want the retreat to be team bonding and fun and a little bit of a party to celebrate us reaching our milestones, I also want it to be an opportunity for growth. And I want it to be a chance that we can tap into some more growth and learning and expanding and going to that next level together, like Meg did it on her retreat. So stay tuned for those details. Tonight, I'm actually going to be sharing with you something that I learned on the virtual retreat from Meg. So for those of you who don't know who Rachel Bodie is, she climbed her way to the top of Beachbody. I don't know exactly where she fell as far as numbers. It really doesn't matter. She climbed her way to the top of Beachbody really pretty quickly, like in a couple of years. She's also been working on the corporate side with John C. Maxwell for over 15 years. So she has transitioned while I believe she's still a Beachbody coach. She's really transitioned or expanded her business into more of life coaching and coaching Beachbody coaches to create successful businesses. Okay. And kind of more from that aspect that we talk about, leading with love, how to make a greater impact, not just make a sale and have a revolving door of customers coming and going, right? It's more about how do we provide the best value and really connect on a deeper level with our customers and clients. So tonight, what I'm going to talk to you about is Rachel's presentation on creating copy. And copy can also be known as creating content, finding your voice and creating your message to share with your followers and those who are around you, so that way you can provide value and get your message out there and also connect on a deeper level. Okay. And so she kind of talks about how you want to speak to the person that you want to attract. How many of you, and I am raising my hand because I'm very guilty of it myself, are guilty of speaking to the haters in the room, or maybe the people who put you down or have things to say, and you want to flip that. And so you maybe craft a post towards your haters. I've done it. I have done it recently. And actually, I didn't even think about it this way until she spoke on this training, that's going to attract more negative energy when that's what we're speaking to. When we're pouring into that, we're going to get more of that back. Okay. And then she started talking about, I want you to think about your worst client, or maybe those who don't really follow through, or who maybe are in your inbox and have conversations with you, but they're time suckers. They really don't ever commit or invest in you or the programs to get started with you. Those people might look like they have the victim mindset, that they just never can get out of their own way. Life is always pulling them down. They're not willing to push any further or learn, grow, expand, do any of those things. They might look like the haters. the people who maybe never can make the investment. They want to do it, but life just always seems to throw, you know what I mean? Like they're that victim mentality where the start, it's just not easy for them. It's just never going to happen for them. So they suck that energy out of you. We don't want to post to those people either, because those people aren't ready. That doesn't mean that our posts can't still touch them and inspire them, but those aren't really the people that we want to speak to, right? We want to attract and speak to our tribe and who have that vision for growth. So I want you to think about who is your ideal client. Who is the best client or coach that you have right now? Or what does that person look like? What are the characteristics that they exude? And so as we were having this conversation, some things that came up that is your best client or coach is someone who is coachable, someone who is resourceful. She said, I forget what it was. GTS people, Google that shit. We want people who can be resourceful and don't ask you for every little thing when it's in Google or it's already on BOD or whatever, right? They can be problem solvers themselves. They're resilient. They're hungry for growth, okay? Those are some things. So I want you to start thinking about that. And I want you to craft, and we're actually going to work through it here in a minute, but I want you to craft that list. Who is that person that you want to connect with? So you can start speaking to her. You guys have probably heard this before, and maybe if you're a newer coach, you haven't yet. But when we speak to the masses, when we try to put that net out there to touch everybody's lives, we touch no one. Okay? When we craft a post and we speak to a specific person talking about a specific pain point or problem, and we have a specific and clear resolution and set of tools, that's when we make an impact. That's when we make a deeper connection with those who are following us and who are being inspired by our story. Okay. But when we try to speak to everyone, that's why, you guys, not everybody on our team is a mom, but I am. So that's who I'm speaking to. I'm speaking to moms who have a little bit older kids now and who are running to and fro nonstop for all of the sports and all of the things. And they feel like they don't have 2 seconds for themselves because they're running their kids constantly, right? As Dawn is in the car running from one practice to the next. That is who I am speaking to. That doesn't mean that is the only demographic of people who need help, but that is who I am speaking to in my posts, okay? We have some girls who are newly out of college or still in college. Their demographic, their people are not moms. Right? They don't have that experience. They don't know those pain points. So I want you to think about that, because you are unique and your message should be reaching your people, not what everybody else's story looks like. Okay. So start thinking about that. Okay. So I'm going to share a screen, and I want you guys, I'm kind of hoping that I can still see the chat, even though I'm sharing this whiteboard, or maybe, I don't even know if you guys can, because it says to collaborate. I don't even know if you can add your own. That might get kind of messy though. Let me see if I can pull up chat. Yes. Okay. So I can see the chat as well. You guys can see this whiteboard, right? Where I have the words written down. Okay. So Dawn, I know you're trying to kind of see it. I'm gonna tell you what it all stands for. So when we are creating copy, or we are talking about crafting a post to provide value, to connect with our followers and with our people who we want to attract, there is, it's PST-LV. And what that stands for is P is for problem, S is for solution, T is for tools, and that is going to equal, bless you, Kylie, the lifetime value that we provide. What is the value that we are going to bring to the table to help change their life? Okay, so the problem. So first we want to list out some characteristics of our best clients. So if you guys can, oh, I don't want it right there. If you guys can, in the chat, give me some ideas of what are the characteristics that your best client will exude or should exude, or that you're wanting to attract. What are some of those characteristics? I know I listed off some, so I will put one in here and I'll put coachable. I want you guys to think of some as well, though. I'll put, for me, she's going to be a mom. What's another characteristic? Resourceful, willing, patient, mother, grateful. Okay, so those are awesome. So resourceful, willing to what? Willing to learn, maybe willing to grow. Patient. Sure, both of those. Grateful. Dedicated, that's a good one. How about consistent? Don't judge my typing. Why do you share my brain? Willing to grow. Okay, so I think we have a pretty decent list there. Okay, so that is the person that we're wanting to speak to, right? That's going to be our best or our ideal client. Now we're going to make a list of what are some problems she might face. What are some problems that that person in particular might face? Go ahead and list those in the chat as well. I'm going to put one, it would be lack of time. Yep, time management, Leah. What are some other ones? Maybe puts everyone else first. Lack of resources, that's a great one, Michelle. Lack of resources. We'll put weights, loops. What about nothing has ever worked? Long-term confidence, belief, or lack of motivation. One of them that I put was feels unseen, underappreciated. Support system. Okay, so that would be lacking support, similar to what I just said. Okay, cool. I think that's a really good list of problems that she could potentially face. And you guys, this list, we could keep working at this list, right? And this is more of like, in my head, I'm wrapping it around a challenge group, but like you could even create these lists for coaching. What are the problems that she faces? So the solution then would be a wellness group, support in our community, right? Your one-on-one coaching. Okay, can you see how that would be the solution? That we can help provide belief, confidence, tools to create consistency and dedication and help her overcome those hurdles that she's facing, right? So then the tools, what do you guys think those might be? Ooh, I don't know if that was me or somebody else was writing on the chalkboard or whiteboard, whatever it is. We got a random whoop. That's okay. I don't care. Personal development. Yes, ma'am. Short, effective, workouts, right? Easy to follow meal plans and recipes. That's okay. No worries, Son. Our message threads for support. Okay. Uh-oh. What happened? Oh, okay. I don't know what's going on. Oh, why did that keep disappearing? Stay there, dang it. Okay. Oh, you guys, I don't know what's going on. Okay, that's really weird. Okay, so then the lifetime value, I'll put these in. Living life more fully, healthier and happier, more energy to be present with her kiddos. Giving those around her the best of her rather than what's left of her. Creating a lifestyle for her entire family. Okay, so now we have who we're speaking to, what are some of the problems that she's facing or has faced that are pain points that she can connect to. Okay, what are the solutions that we can offer her? What are the tools that she's going to get in that solution that are going to specifically help her to create that solution? But most importantly, what is that going to bring to her life? What value is she going to get? She's not just getting a workout program or a meal plan with recipes, you guys. She's getting, you guys know what she's getting because you're in it, right? She's getting friendship and love and support and belief in herself to take care of her, to feel seen, to feel heard, to know that she is worthy of taking this time for herself. So this is how we can create lists to create multiple posts or copy, to start using our voice to connect to that ideal client and provide value, not only to speaking to her, but to others who are watching our stories or watching our posts. So you guys, you can take a screenshot of that. I think I can actually even share this once we're done. So if you want to take us, wait a second before I close it out, because I want to show something. So this was very close. I know you guys helped for, give some ideas, but this is really close to what I wrote down in my notebook as far as when I was working through this to follow the steps. And I'm going to hopefully screen share here. And guys, I'm still trying to figure out where everything is on this new computer, so I apologize. I don't know where my docs are. We're just gonna go, oh, there they are. Okay, so this is an example of the very first post that I created using this format, okay? And it's speaking to that mom who has those pain points. And it says, Mama, I know this time of year is hard. The kids wrapping up school and a change in their routine, all the sports, and you're just really ready to reset a bit or rest a bit and enjoy. But the loop in your head just never seems to stop. I feel all of this too, and I want you to know I see you and you're a fucking rock star. The other thing she spoke on, you guys, in this training was speak in your posts like you would when you're talking to your friends. That is going to be the most authentic you. So if you cuss, don't be afraid to cuss in your posts. You're doing amazing. You're a great mama. Your family is lucky to have you. Give yourself permission to let loose a bit. Take time to really rest. The to-do list can wait. Do something wild this weekend and let go the to-do list for the day and to recharge and just be. Then start scheduling time like this in your schedule each week. Don't panic. The world will not fall apart. So I'm speaking to that pain point because that's why moms and women in general who do everything for everyone else are so afraid to step away and take time for themselves, because that to-do list is never freaking ending, right? So the world will not fall apart. You may just realize it all comes together when we take time to fill our heart with the things that we love and get to do, rather than checking off the list of what needs to be done. So that was an example of what she can do to take time for herself, right? This morning, my post, again, I was providing value by giving 3 focused steps. It said, I'm back. I'm so ready to settle back into a routine. As amazing as vacation is, as mamas, we almost always need a couple days to recoup after the fun and the actual vacation, right? Speaking truth, right? I think that's not just moms. I think that's anybody. Like, we just need like a day of like sleeping after vacation. So while I'm feeling super sluggish and tired from the not so ideal food choices, so they're relating that I wasn't perfect on vacation. I did enjoy myself. Okay. I am a real human being. Enjoying all the drinks and sweets and that dang normal alarm again. I also know settling right back into a routine will be the fastest way for me to feel my best and get my energy back. So today, it's not punishment for enjoying the last 9 days of vacation. How many of you have ever come back from vacation and been like, oh, I got to cut all the carbs. I got to work out super hard. I got to do X, Y, and Z because I have 5 pounds of inflammation on, because that used to be me. Even when I was a coach, I would come home after going out to dinner and work out because I felt guilty for eating out. Okay. So that's speaking to someone who is going to connect to that, right? Because I enjoyed, and the scale is up, it's almost human nature to say, oh, well, I have to crash diet, avoid all the carbs this week and work out double hard. No, we are not doing that because that sounds miserable. And why beat ourselves up for having fun? So today we are shifting that perspective. And if you had fun on vacation too, or you just are working to refocus after an off weekend, together we're going to show up and do our best today. Deal? So I'm asking a question, like that's almost asking them to engage, right? Today, my focus is get my workout in, drink a gallon of water, and track my food. That is all doable, right? What is one thing you can focus on today? Just one thing that will help you get one step closer to feeling better or for your goal, feeling better or your goals. Drop it below or message, or God, I can't talk. Or message it to me so together we can keep each other accountable. Super simple, but can you guys see how I'm speaking to that person? I'm pointing out the pain point or the hardship that she might be facing too. I'm relating to her that I'm there too, but this is what I'm going to do. And it's kind of giving her some guidance too, right? So those are just a couple examples. I have one other thing, I have my next 2 like Beachbody posts already drafted up. One of the last things that Rachel really recommended, and I have gotten away from this, but it has already been a weight off of my shoulders and it's only been one day, is to craft your copy, like set block time out. I did those all yesterday. I had sat down, it was quiet, the kids were gone, and I wasn't trying to like on the fly, hurry up, shit, it's 8 o'clock, I got to get a post up. She says she can only do about 3 copies in one sitting, and then her brain's kind of mush. So she does it a couple times a week. Okay. But she highly recommended using a Google Doc. So I'm just going to make a Google Doc for each month and have it so I can access it from anywhere. I can access it on my computer, my phone, whatever. And then I can literally just read through it, copy, make a couple minor changes if needed, but copy and paste and my post is done. Rather than trying to craft a post in the app and then the app blows up on you and you lose your post or whatever. Like that sucks. That is the worst when you're almost done with a really heartfelt post and it's all laid out and then Facebook glitches and it's gone. And you're like, no. So that she highly recommended in a Google Doc or a notes on your phone, or whatever works for you, but somewhere that you can access it very easily. Crafting your posts and doing a couple in different blocks throughout your week so that way you're not trying to come up with content, especially at the end of the day. Like you guys heard me reading, like my brain is done. I've been up since 4. The first alarm went off at 3:50 because somebody else was trying to get up this morning. And so I've been up since 3:50. I'm tired. I'm done. If I were to sit down and try and craft a post right now, it's probably not going to reach anybody because they're going to be like, ooh, what is she talking about? This is like mumbo jumbo. I don't understand. Okay. So setting blocks of time, maybe it's on a Sunday and maybe you only start out by crafting like your call to action posts, right? Those really valuable posts that you really want to connect. And then you kind of fill in here and there, like with an inspirational quote or whatever. You guys, they don't all have to be, and they all shouldn't be Beachbody, right? We have to sprinkle in bits and pieces of us and what we're doing through our week that make us who we are. But if you can sit down and think of that ideal person, what problems she faces, the solutions that we can provide for her, the tools that she's going to get, and then the value that she's going to get from that, and speak to her, you're going to connect so much more deeply with your followers. And if nothing else, you're providing some really great content for your followers, right? Okay. Does anybody have any questions? Well, I just make sure that's all I have for tonight. And before I let you go, if you have any questions, you can either unmute or drop it in the chat really quick. Okay, so the last thing I wanted to share with you that she spoke on was your copy creates circumstance, which then creates a thought. That thought then creates an emotion, and then that creates action, which is really what we want for our people, right? We want them to believe and feel that they can do this too. Okay. All right, cool. I appreciate you all being on tonight. I love you all. I'm really excited. We have like less than 30 days. Well, I'm leaving in 30 days from today for Summit. So I'm super excited for that. Cannot wait to see you all. And I'm really excited for all of us to keep leaning into this message thread, just showing up at our best capacity where we are and building on that and growing and crushing these last 6.5 months of the year, so we can all be in a bigger, better place come January of 2023, and we can all be on that retreat together and celebrate, right? All right, awesome. Let's do it, girls. I love you all. I hope you have a great rest of your evening. I'll get the recording up.